Your pump is new, properly installed, perfectly aligned, but it keeps failing again and again. Why? Because the pump is not operating in the right region. In this video, I will show you how pump curves predict failure before it happens. Slide 1. Foundation of reliability. A pump does not fail randomly. It fails because it is forced to operate in the wrong region of its curve. The pump curve is not just a graph, it is a reliability map. If you understand it, you can predict failures before they occur. Slide 2. What a pump curve shows. A pump curve combines multiple relationships. It shows head versus flow, efficiency, power consumption, and NPSH required. These parameters together define how the pump behaves across its operating range. Slide 3. The sweet spot. The best efficiency point is where the pump operates at maximum efficiency. But more importantly, it is where hydraulic forces are balanced. Flow is smooth, vibration is minimal, and mechanical stress is lowest. This is the condition where the pump wants to operate. Slide 4. Why BEP is critical. At BEP, radial forces are balanced and shaft deflection is minimal. Bearings and seals experience the lowest stress. Temperature rise is minimal and cavitation risk is reduced. Operating near BEP gives maximum equipment life. Slide 5. Left of BEP, low flow. When the pump operates below BEP, internal recirculation occurs. Flow reverses inside the impeller, creating turbulence and pressure fluctuations. This increases radial thrust, causes shaft bending, and leads to vibration and overheating. This is one of the most dangerous operating conditions. Slide 6. Right of pipe flow. When operating above BEP, the pump produces less head. NPSH required increases, raising cavitation risk. Power consumption increases, which can overload the motor. Vibration also increases due to hydraulic instability. Slide 7. Runout condition. Runout is the extreme condition where flow is maximum and head is minimum. This happens when system resistance is very low. At this point, power consumption is highest and the risk of motor overload is maximum. Continuous operation in this region is unsafe. Preferred operating region. The preferred operating region is typically 70 to 120% of BEP. This is the safe zone where the pump operates reliably. Within this range, vibration, wear, and stress remain within acceptable limits. Slide 9. Allowable operating range. The allowable operating range is wider than the preferred region. The pump can operate here temporarily without immediate damage, but long-term operation in this zone reduces reliability and increases maintenance. Slide 10. Reliability connection. When a pump operates away from BEP, bearing loads increase, seal wear accelerates, shaft deflection increases, maintenance frequency increases. This is why most failures are actually operating problems. Slide 11. Engineering strategy. In the selection stage, choose a pump with duty point near BEP. During operation, maintain flow within the preferred region. During troubleshooting, always check the actual operating point first. This is the correct engineering approach. Slide 12. Real case study. In a refinery, a pump was operating at only 45% of BEP. This caused internal recirculation and high vibration. Instead of replacing components repeatedly, engineers modified the impeller. This shifted BEP closer to the operating point. Vibration reduced and reliability improved significantly. Slide 13. Interview questions. In interviews, you should clearly explain B as the point of maximum efficiency and stability. Explain that operating left of BEP causes recirculation and right of BEP causes overload and cavitation risk. Also define the preferred operating region as the reliability zone. Slide 14, Golden Principle. Remember this key principle. BEP is not just an efficiency point, it is the reliability sweet spot of the pump. If you understand this, you understand pump behavior. Slide 15, final takeaway. Most pump problems are not mechanical problems. They are operating region problems. If you control where the pump operates, you control its reliability. If you want to become a strong pump engineer, you must master pump curves. Like this video, subscribe for deep engineering knowledge, and comment BEP if you want more real case studies. See you in the next video.